We had this big wick candle down here, this one, 9:45 exactly, right? What's this, right? What is going on here? So when we understand footprint charts in terms of how they actually behave, this is what we see, right? Footprint charts come down to two numbers. You have the bid and you have the ask, right? You have the bid and the ask. Now, what does the bid represent? These are aggressive sellers, right? And what does the ask represent? Well, these are aggressive buyers. So once you understand who is aggressive, the aggressive buyers and the aggressive sellers, you can then start to understand what a footprint chart represents, because a footprint chart tells you who is more aggressive, right? So all this is telling you is who is more aggressive, right? Is it the aggressive? Is it the sellers? Is it the buyers inside of this key level? So notice how we've started with a key level. We waited for the market to enter the key level, and now we're looking at order flow. So this is step 3. So you want to understand what was going on inside of this key level. So what we can see here is a lot of red delta, right? We can see a lot of red delta. And so delta, for those who don't know what that is, red delta just means that there's more aggressive buyers and sellers. So the aggressive sellers, more aggressive sellers than buyers. So there's more aggressive sellers than aggressive buyers. This is the fundamentals to order flow. So once you understand that, there's more aggressive sellers than buyers, what we begin to see here is moves up, right? Moves up here, moves up here. So when you look at this, right, we see red delta, we see more aggressive sellers than aggressive buyers. Now, the next thing to understand is if we break higher, what does this mean? What does this mean to us? So between 9:45 to around, let's call it 10 a.m. Eastern, or just before 10 a.m. Eastern, what do these aggressive sellers tell us, right? Basically, in other words, were they successful? Were these aggressive sellers successful? Where we had multiple breaks above the zone here, we had multiple breaks above the zone here. So were these sellers successful? Were these aggressive sellers successful? Well, the answer is no. They weren't successful. So what does this mean, right? What does this actually mean? So at key level 2, between 9:40 and 10, let's say 9:40 to 10, what was going on? So this is what we mean by, right? This is the order flow blueprint, right? This is how order flow works. So what you're looking for is you're looking for an entry into the zone, right? You're then looking for, if you're looking for longs, right? You're looking for aggressive sellers, and so aggressive sellers are seen via the delta inside of the candles, right? So this is the footprints of each candle. So it has buy orders and sell orders, or in other words, sell orders on the left, buy orders on the right. And so the only thing you need to take away from this is you want to look at the delta inside of the candles to make any decision as to whether a zone is going to hold bearish or hold bullish. And so there are more aggressive sellers, and so the delta is red. And so when we see a break above the zone, what does this mean? Well, it means that buyers are in control. Buyers are in control. And so the reason why buyers are in control is because there is an absorption. And so when there's an absorption, it just means that there are buy limit orders resting there, right? So this is a demand zone by definition, right? Because the sellers failed, which means here, there is an absorption of the sellers, which means that buyers are in control, right? Buyers won the auction there, right? This is basically how order flow works. Now, once you understand that, you can begin to apply the same logic to the next key level. But when you look over here,